What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna get right into this video. Being ugly versus attractive in school. Now, I don't know about y'all, but at least for me, I wasn't really attractive in school. Growing up in high school, you know what it was? It wasn't like I was not attractive. It's just I didn't know any better. So some people would call me cute, but I always thought they were just kind of being nice to me. It didn't really take until I was like grown, until I had more confidence within myself. So if you happen to be in school, in high school or college or whatever the case may be, and you had the confidence enough to know like, yo, you look good, good for you. Cause I didn't grow up with that shit. I was hella insecure, and you know what it is. If you're someone that's like me, then more than likely you probably look good, but no one's really giving you any type of compliment because y'all kids. Who's gonna do that openly, you know? But yeah, that made me a little bit, I guess, disillusioned with my own looks until I got older. And then the thing for me, hopefully it happens for you, but the thing for me was I got the right compliment. It wasn't like a oh cute compliment. It was the right compliment from the right person. The compliment that I get that the compliment that I got that made me kind of look at myself a little bit differently about where my attraction level lied. It was from the baddest girl. I'm gonna try not to curse. The most attractive girl at the venue of whatever venue that I was in. And she didn't tell me I look good or I look cute or, I have nice hair or that I dress well. She told me exactly the right words I needed to hear. She was like, I want. And when I heard that, when I heard just the primal instinct kind of compliment where it's just like, I don't give a fuck about, well, I don't give an F, excuse me, about looking right. I don't give an F about saying the right thing. I'm just going to tell you how I truly feel. I want, then like it like forced me personally to look at the mirror and be like, yo, maybe I'm better looking than I think. But that wasn't until I was old, bro. That wasn't until I was mid to late 20s I was able to get that realization, cuz your friends can tell you you look good, and your family can tell you you look good, and maybe even some girls could tell you you look good. But it don't really hit that you look good until your type tells you, and doesn't just tell you you look good, like acts kind of like just real, just primal instinct. Just like, I don't even want to talk about all the other unnecessary things. I want to just tell you what I truly feel. What I truly feel right now, I'm trying. You feel me? So more than likely, y'all look way better than you think. You just don't. You just didn't get the right compliment, and it may never happen. So you gotta know that. Anyway, let's get into the video. Being ugly versus attractive in school. Were you attractive in school or were you ugly? Now, I'm personally not the like and subscribe and comment kind of person. I feel like if you fuck with the video, then you'll just do that on your own. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just taking these moments to, thank you for watching the video and leaving commentary on the bottom. With every video that we do, we're gonna try to get better, try to develop more. Anyway, let's get to the shits.
Attraction. Whether you give a damn about how you look or not, it goes without saying your appearance is your first impression. From your fit to your face, people's first thought of you is either, I like how this person looks, they're inviting, or damn, this nigga ugly than a bitch. Now, if I'm being honest, all my life I've been told that I'm a handsome young man. When I would go into my mother's job at 14, her employees would consider stature. I may have had a good foundation, but I was like you once. I had the little kid special, the low cut, the baldino jack, basically bald with a line up buck teeth. I always had that shit on though. My mom did not play about us looking crazy. But when I finally grew into my big old head, started filling in my shirts, they didn't look like a cloak on my body anymore, I realized the true power of what being attractive does. But just like everything else in this world, there are pros and cons. So allow me to present to you the truth of being ugly versus attractive in school. To begin where most of us start out at, being a chopped young nigga. A lot of us start here. This is where you build your character, and you start realizing that you like more than video games and fruit snacks and shit. You're not really too worried about how you look because you're a kid. Around elementary school, this really don't matter. The only beauty standards were like speed and the type of snacks that your mom packed in your lunchbox and shit. And that's good because there's no reason why you need to even be indulging in any activity so young. It's not until like middle school when you start to realize, damn, you start waking up with your willy hard and shit. Wait, Just one sec. Just want to take this time to tell y'all, come pull up to the reaction channel. I have 2 Astral Dior Plus and more Astral Dior. If you want to see more of me, go ahead, hit those links in the description, bro. We be having a fun time, and I'm super consistent. I'll be posting 3 videos a day. That being said, let's get back to the video. ADD, let's do it. I remember growing up, there was this girl that developed before the rest. And the day that my Johnson had gained consciousness, it was so difficult for me to not stare at this girl. I was like in 6th grade, she was in 8th. Catching myself daydreaming about her riding bikes. See her walk by at one of my games, airballing layups and shit. I say all that to say it's around this period where you're starting to actually find women attractive. Just as
Hell yeah, some of the girls that was around us when we was growing up, like them girls was loose. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you just like a clue of how old I am. But it was like back in MySpace times where they would have these like groups, like these MySpace pages, and in the groups, I'm not even gonna say the group because that's how exclusive and secretive it still is. I don't know. Maybe people don't care. Whatever. But basically in these groups, it would basically have a list of all the girls that was around our age and which one was trying to smash or not, like which one was loose and all of that. And this is around the time where you start like liking girls and shit, man. Like you starting to really like damn, like, and yeah, exactly what he said. Like they're developing more fast. They're developing like they already look like womanly. So they getting big ass, bigger titties, and you just 13, 14, 15, however old you are, maybe 12. And out of nowhere, it's just this feeling just overcomes you. And now you are a little bit more self-conscious about how you look and if you are presentable and shit like that. But I digress.
we are finding them attractive, they are finding us. So that inspires us to start working on your appearance. You remember how around this period you cared more about how you might have been dressing, the way your hair looked. It's because deep down you wanted to be attractive and desired. Like I said, I knew I wasn't unattractive because older women would always say to my mom if I was walking with her, he's so handsome, he's gonna do something with the ladies, but that just didn't reflect when I was in school at the time. That may have been true, but in school I was undesired. Nobody wanted me. Where I was living at the time was heavily Hispanic. Around this time, Justin Bieber had just popped off. He was going stupid. Thing about Hispanic people, they can put their hair to the side, do the Justin Bieber little cut that he had. Niggas can't do that. I mentioned earlier the haircut that I was sporting was so low. During the winter, not wearing something on my head was asking for hypothermia. Anyway, I would go into school, girls would deadass be asking, why are you bald? Walking through there looking like Lil Bill every day. But my fits was clean though. And what comes right after being unwanted is also being rejected. Because when you finally gain a little bit of confidence to be like, you know, I'm actually gonna pull up on shorty, I'm gonna talk to her. Walk up, she hit you with that forbidden ill, that's enough to almost make a nigga turn homosexual. My apologies, I'm lying. But no doubt that you carry that and it really hurts your soul. First time.
You know what is crazy, bro? Like, I didn't even have that whole situation. When I was growing up, all of my classmates were either, like, gang members or something like that. So I always thought, like, you had to be in the gang in order to get, like, the girls that you really want. And I was too pussy to go into a gang. Like, I just had gang friends and things like that. But I could never just be recruited because I was just too scared of getting shot and having to, you know, get jumped by a random gang in order to, get situated. And then, use that as leverage or negotiation, I guess, to bag the girls that I wanted to bag. So with me, what my time, it was some of my classmates that really got the girls, they was gang members. So, like, at least you didn't have that, right? Fucking Justin Bieber.
Being rejected was weird because I actually got with the girl that I wanted to be with. When she randomly sent her homegirl to break up with me and I asked why, I found out it was because she thought I was a nice guy and I was cool. She liked this Mexican Justin Bieber haircut ass nigga.
And I just was not that.
Now, although those are the negatives, there are actual positives to coming up being an unattractive nigga. One, you don't fall into hypersexual shit so young. For the amount of young girls getting pregnant in middle school is actually egregious. How are you walking out pregnant at 12, 13? Starting their family life before they learned algebra. You still get to come up and be a kid. You get to chill. But I finally did get a girl around this time. This time, I'm so geeked and hyped, and like a lot of us, corn done tainted our brains young. I'm in middle school, 8th grade, trying to get head.
Little nigga, if you don't sit down.
Another thing is you get to gain certain skills in different places. Y'all know those women or dudes or people who are pretty attractive, but they don't have no personality. They like bland. It's like talking to a wall. If you was an ugly nigga, you ain't got to go through that. You get to learn to be the class clown and be funny. You get to make up.
Man, I was a fucking lame, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Back in the day, I remember when we had like a field trip and it was like all the people in our school, right? And I was I was cute and I started doing push-ups like for maybe like a good couple of months. So my arms was getting just slightly little thick. It wasn't like a, crazy big change or anything like that, but it was enough that I noticed and I was a little bit proud of. So I for the first time on this field trip, I came with like a basketball. I forgot what it was. It was some, I don't know if you know the store Cookies. It was some ghetto non, like, you don't even know the name of the basketball team. I didn't dress well back then. Anyway, the field trip, it was to this, like, I don't know if it was like a pool party or something like that, but there was a pool there and there was like mad different kids that was part of my school. And this is like sixth, seventh grade, I'm gonna say sixth or seventh grade. I was very young. And all the popular gang member kids that was in my class and all the girls and some of them that I had crushes on, they was in the pool like finger popping each other and shit. Like, and I was outside of the pool, just looking at this, all jealous and shit. I was like, I want to be in the, I want to be in the pool. I want to, I want to do what they doing. Like, I was like hella, and there was some weird kids that was swimming around them. That was a part of our class that just did some weird lame shit. It was just weird. But long story short, I was the only one that didn't get no girls or nothing like that back in the day. So I was kind of like thrown. It was like, damn, I must be fucking ugly. I must be so ugly. That's what it is. I'm ugly. Them push-ups didn't really matter because I'm ugly. And instead of going into the pool, I went and walked like on the other side of the party, looking at trees and shit by myself with another girl that also didn't get into the pool. And she was cool. She's still the homie. But long story short, when I wasn't getting validated back then, and yeah, when kids was like fucking around 12, 13, and you're not, and you have all of these like hormones going crazy, you start to feel a little bit inadequate, and maybe you start to feel like you're not really that attractive. Lo and behold, my black ass was. It's just I needed the confidence to go with it, to know that.
for it in certain places. You know what I'm saying? Lastly, you get to glow up. I feel like everybody has an opportunity to glow up. Your glow up might not be like somebody else's because you're probably already pretty low on that scale. You don't possess the properties to allow yourself to get to a certain point, but that's okay. You glow up still. If you had an issue of being real skinny like I did, you can get big. Teeth crooked, you get braces. A lot of people's come ups was during this period, but this is where I start to
Nah, that's facts because I forgot. My teeth was crazy. My shit was so overcrowded. I used to talk with a list because I would try to hide my bottom teeth. My bottom teeth was trash. It cost me like, I think it cost me like $8,500 when I finally got the Invisalign, and I was on payment plans for like a good 2-3 years. But it was fine because Invisalign, it's clear, so I didn't have to worry about, the brace face type stuff. I didn't want to do that. And then the very minute that my teeth got straight, when I finally got my retainer for the first time, damn, my confidence boosted. It went crazy. Like, I started talking more. I started talking more clearly. Like, damn, it was crazy. But yeah, same thing. I kept on going to the gym. I started growing my hair out more because I wanted my hair to be like Troy Polamalu. Um, but yeah, facts. That is definitely the time when it's like you, like fuck. I'm a hibernate. I'm gonna use the winter time to get right, and then the change when you go from not attractive, not well dressed, not look good, I'm good looking, to like checking off all the boxes. Priceless when you see the people from your past.
transcend and leave you chopped niggas. Some of you niggas didn't get to have the best of both worlds like me. I got to feel how it felt to not be the most attractive nigga, but then I got to feel the wrath and the power of a nigga that got hoes. Like I said, the predominantly Hispanic school that I was going to, I went there from middle school to my first year of high school. It wasn't until I moved to a more African American area and went to a new school that I realized the power that I had. Yes, I hit puberty. Yes, my jaw started to sharpen up a little bit. The day I really knew it changed, I had visited my old school, seeing a lot of the people that wasn't stunting me at the time. Left and had DMs, calls, trying to figure out what was going on. But before I get into all the
I'm gonna say something real quick. Just a quick game. Just quick game. Um, if you don't chew gum, you should start chewing gum more. Like I chew gum all the time, partly because I always want to make sure that I have a fresh breath, but you're stimulating the muscles in your jaw, and that helps to sharpen your jawline as you age. Quick tip.
Positives of that, I would like to talk about the negatives of growing up attractive because they are there. First, learning how to navigate women young. Learning about girls in middle school, 8th grade and shit, for the most part, pretty innocent, besides those people that was getting pregnant. It's very subtle. I had my first kiss in middle school, barely texting my mom over here checking my phone. Whenever you are talking about anything, it's some bullshit. Y'all have nothing to talk about. Once you cross over to that teenage world, you actually start to learn how demonic women can be, especially when they want you and they coming up to you. First, you might not really even notice. Like I said, at one point, I was not a desired young man. But when I finally turned up, I had women pushing up on me, asking for my number, what school I'm going to. For a moment, it was overwhelming. That's until I started getting to my bag, and I should not have been getting in my bag so young. It didn't take until my second year of high school till I started smashing. I need to be focused on schoolwork and basketball. But instead, this girl going through my phone, kicking me out in the IHOP parking lot. Obviously, this can also be a pro, because when you're finally out of school, you're not like some of these niggas. Y'all know the ones that we be laughing at when we be like, oh, he didn't get no girls in school because they act out of character for him. They be acting out of body.
Why is everyone spiraling over unskippable ads? Just download Pi and you'll never have to see another ad again. This Chrome extension takes 5 seconds to set up and
Yo, let me pause this real quick.
It's clear.
As for like the fresh and fit sort of situations, there's a miss what's the word I'm like misinformation, I guess. I'll use misinformation. That all right, look, bread matters, status matters, power matters, influence matters. It's not like you would do bad with without those things. Like they definitely help, but you could tell when someone just hasn't learned how to be an experience for girls. Like so what I always thought about and what you should think about as well is how attractive are you to the girls that you and ask yourself what are the things that the girls you like what are they attracted to outside of money, outside of status, outside of the cliches. Yes, get your bread. Yes, make sure that you invest your money and make sure that you have a six figure job and whatever the case. Yeah, do all that. But what type of experience are you giving, girls? Because if the only thing that you think is you need money in order to bag girls, you're only going to have resentment towards girls because you're going to feel like, damn, that's so selfish of them. That's evil. It's like you feel like, damn, they don't care nothing about me. They just care about my money. They just care about, because the bank account is what's really attracting them, not you, the person. But that's the thing. What are you doing to develop you, the person, so that you, the person, no matter how much bread you have, you're attractive. You want to be an experience, a great experience. You want the girl to be like, damn, I really like being around this person. They're insightful, they're very charming, they're funny, they say funny jokes, they ask me funny, very intricate questions. We have sapiosexual kind of conversations that don't have anything to do with money. Then you got your bill, then you looking good, then you dressing well, you smelling good. Like that's just bonus, because the girls that you really want, money is not really a thing for them, because the type of guys that would pay for it, like there's mad girls being tricked on right now. Just trick, just man, trick. Like you don't want to be a trick, bro, because that's what that turns into. That turns into trick. You don't want to be a trick. Don't. That's. You should look at trick. Almost. You should look at it almost like it's lame. Unless it's for, like, let me pay for, like, not necessarily services, but like an exchange in value. Maybe it's an investment if we hang out. But if it's like you're you're flexing your bank account to the girl, that, oh, I can afford to purchase your lifestyle, to me that's kind of like you're putting too much stock into money. And girls are going to see you nothing more than just a money bank. If you do that, all you're doing is presenting money. So you got to be an experience. Like, yeah, like the money's important, but you, the person, should be priority.
that getting women is just new to them, Travis Hunter. But just like everything else, there's levels to it. You feel gassed up, you feel on top of the world. What basically leads you to having so much confidence that you just start doing things. You feeling like him, you talking to multiple girls, shooting at women twice your age. The next thing is being seen as soft. When you're an attractive person, you automatically be seen as somebody that don't get their hands dirty, a pretty nigga, and don't fuck around to be light skinned like me. Now they talking about light skinned, pretty nigga, oh he da da da. In school that used to upset me so bad to the point where it made me flash. It made me one of those niggas that would flash easily. I didn't like doing the lunch table roast because if somebody said something, I'm getting too mad. I became very sensitive, trying to prove that I'm a man like the rest of y'all. Think about it like this. You see somebody that's more attractive on the street, you feel welcome.
Let me
you
know.
don't feel threatened. You feel like you can come up and talk to this person. Think about that one grimy chop person you saw, had his hoodie on. Your guard automatically go up. And in its essence, that's just what's going on subconsciously. At the end of the day, as long as you stand your ground, you good. Know that you're not to be played with. But that stigma is there though. Something else from the male perspective is that automatically niggas think you trying to shoot at women all the time, or that you got women lined up. Forget just from a male perspective, from a female one too. The amount of times that I've been speaking to a woman and she said,
You probably got to all these hoes, da da
I
da.
ain't gonna lie, some free game. The best thing is just be like, I mean, yeah, you know what it is. Like, it ain't really nothing. Some free game real quick. Or a nigga be like, bro, call one of your hoes. Bro, I'm not even living like that. In a group with my friends, they trying to send me off to talk to this person. I'm chilling. Now, the positives of growing up attractive. You walk around confidently. Almost everywhere you go, somebody look at you, you can catch a gaze, see that you one of them. That does.
I'm gonna definitely say that excuse me, I'm gonna definitely say that Willie Lynch theory situation, no, that's facts. That's definitely still around. But you know, it's always like a pendulum swing. Like, cause what happens is they look at like darker skinned dudes as more tough or more yeah, like more manly, and then the light skinned pretty boy. Pretty is not a word that you don't associate a man with the word pretty. Pretty's like girls. You call girls pretty. Pretty's like the color pink. Pretty and pink are kind of similar in I guess like properties, I guess, if I were to, for lack of a better word. So yeah, that's definitely a, if you have like feminine features too, if you have like longer eyelashes, fuck. If you got long hair, fuck it. If you got earrings, then you already are, I guess, you're already presenting, I guess things that people would consider feminine features. And then plus your light skin, ugh. Yeah, I remember as a kid, I just used to always be called a pretty boy, and I never looked at that as a compliment. I always thought that meant exactly what he's saying. Like, I thought that was like, oh, you saying I'm weak, you saying I'm soft, you saying I can't fight, you saying I can't defend myself, you're saying that I'm not tough. Whenever I heard pretty boy, I never thought that people call people pretty boys as a sign of a compliment, that they are attractive looking. It was always used like kind of as a negative for me, so I had to unlearn that.
Feel good. Two, you definitely get treated a little bit better. You're just accepted a lot more. More people are willing to talk to you. And it's almost a little bit of a con too if you're somebody that's more introverted like me. For instance, I could be walking in the mall and for some reason, somebody I do not know feel like they can strike a conversation up with me. A lot of the time, I'm not trying to talk. I'm trying to be alone. But when you need it, people will treat you better, whether they like what they see or it's just nice to see a good looking person. Next, I'm not gonna lie,
The hoes, I ain't gonna lie, that's hard.
if you are living crazy, which I do not suggest, none of y'all do, it's just too many risks, too many STDs. The selection of women you get to choose from is broad. Being able to get certain women that other people cannot get, ultimately it just feels good. And what leads to my next thing, you don't really have to try too hard. A simple hey that you can say in the DM goes a long way. You don't gotta craft no crazy message. It can be very, very simple. I know y'all seen those videos where somebody don't even say nothing, they just put the phone out. Although those might be fake and exaggerated, it can also be true. I've been in loud environments where I just pull the phone out, I can't really hear you, and just get handed over, and I was winning. In school, I was going crazy, I'm not gonna lie. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
Facts. I'm gonna definitely say the less I said, the more my results like grew. Cause I would always try to like talk myself out of the pussy. It's like if you present well already, then that's doing a lot of the talking for you. That's doing like majority of the talking. She's already registered in her mind whether she finds you attractive or not. And it's instant. It's like instant. That's my type. That's someone that I like. That's someone that I think is good looking. And the only thing you can do from there is fumble the ball. So in order to not fumble the ball, like just real quick, yeah, I've had that situation happen too where I don't even say shit. I just, and then just phone. I got my phone already at call log, or already got it on Instagram. And I'm like, yeah, put that in real quick. Like something simple like that versus trying to, oh, hi, what's your name? My name is blah, 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 blah. Sometimes it just like is simple, especially if you look good, which is like, yeah, yo, put that in real quick. Like, yo, how you doing? Yeah, real quick. Like, and then it worked because your looks did all the talking.
Matter how you look, as long as you're a good person, you have good morals and values, that's really all that you need to stand on. And if you want to look better, there's always a way that you can. You can always put forth some type of effort to look a certain way or better your appearance. That's the good part. But if that's not your concern, don't worry about it. Live your life, follow your purpose, and you'll be happy regardless. That being said, man, like the video, sub up, comment up.
All right, so it's ending over here. I guess last things to talk about. Yeah, still getting over sickness, y'all. Last things to talk about. Yeah, basically, I guess to piggyback off of what he's saying, I'm being humble. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say is if you love yourself, and then don't even worry about these videos. But nah, you want more for yourself. You know that. That's the reason why you're watching. You're watching because you're trying to get insight. So here's the insight: do more, get better, go to the gym, work out. Except that the reason why you're watching these videos is partly because they're entertaining, but also partly because there's something about yourself that you don't like and you want to change. All right. So if you was an ugly nigga like me back in high school, then you're more than likely going to do what I did, which is change. So do that. The video's done.